The village of Okutaifa lay cradled in a valley of endless green, its red earth paths winding like lazy snakes between clay huts with thatched roofs. Palm trees swayed gently in the evening breeze, and the air smelled of roasted maize mixed with the faint scent of river water. But beneath the beauty was a fear as old as the land itself. At the heart of Okutaifa flowed Omiela, a wide, shimmering river whose waters mirrored the skies by day and swallowed the moon by night. The villagers believed it to be the dwelling of Ezenwa, the river goddess, a being of breathtaking beauty and terrifying wrath. She was said to take the form of a giant serpent, her scales glistening silver, her eyes molten gold. For generations, the people brought offerings to the river, calabash of palm oil, white cloth, smoked goat meat, and sometimes, whispers claimed, even human sacrifices in ancient times. It was a way of life. The river blessed those who obeyed, and punished those who did not. No one dared to speak against her, until the day a young stranger arrived. It was late afternoon when Chaik first walked into Okutaifa. He was barely 17, tall but lean, with the wiry strength of one used to walking long distances. His skin was sun-browned, his eyes steady and bright. Slung across his back was a small cloth bag. In one hand, he carried a carved wooden staff, and in the other, a well-worn Bible whose leather cover was darkened from use. The villagers noticed him immediately. Strangers were rare here, especially ones who walked with the quiet confidence of someone who belonged everywhere and nowhere. Elder Ife, a man whose beard was more white than black, approached him.
"Young man, from where do you come, and what business brings you to Okutaifa?" "I come from the hills of Izayama. The Lord has sent me here to speak His word to tell you about the one who made the heavens, the earth, and even this river."
There was a ripple of murmurs. Some laughed softly in disbelief, others looked uneasy. Then, parting the crowd like a slow-moving shadow, came Mama Ogbu for the high priestess of Ezenwa. She was tall, her skin deep and smooth, her neck heavy with strings of cowrie shells. Her hair was wrapped in a white head tie, and her eyes glimmered with authority. She studied Chaik for a long moment.
"Boy, your words are dangerous here. Ezenwa does not share her worship with any other. Speak carefully, or the river will silence you."
But Chaik did not flinch.
"The one I speak for does not compete with spirits. He reigns above them all. And he is here to save."
Gasps, whispers. A few villagers stepped back, as if to distance themselves from his boldness. Mama Ogbu's lips curled into the faintest smile, not of amusement, but of warning, before she turned and walked away. Days passed. Chaik stayed in a small abandoned hut near the village edge, repairing it with his own hands. Each morning, he walked through the marketplace, greeting people and offering help with small tasks. Sometimes he would tell short stories from the Bible, about a shepherd who left 99 sheep to find one, or a fisherman who became a fisher of men. Some listened politely, others avoided him. One night, when the moon hung like a silver plate in the sky, a cry shattered the calm.
"Neka speaks, my child. My daughter is gone."
People rushed to the sound, to the riverbank. Nika, a young mother, was on her knees weeping.
"She went to fetch water, she has not come back. I saw her pot floating."
The villagers exchanged grave looks. Villager 1, "It is the goddess, the child must have offended her." Villager 2, "We cannot go in, not now, the night belongs to Ezenwa." Then Chaik's voice cut through the fear.
"Show me where she went in."
The crowd murmured. Some tried to stop him, but Chaik walked to the edge of the river. The night air grew cold. The water began to ripple as though stirred by an unseen force. Then from the depths, she rose Ezenwa herself. She was massive, her serpent body curling and uncoiling, her golden eyes glowing like fire. Ezenwa speaks.
"Stranger, You dare enter my waters? This child is mine.
Chike gripped his staff, his voice steady.
The Lord rebukes you.
A blinding flash split the night. The little girl stumbled out onto the shore, coughing and crying. The serpent let out a roar that shook the trees, then sank beneath the waves. The crowd stood frozen in disbelief. The next morning, Chike awoke to find Mama Ugbo standing in his doorway. She entered without asking, her voice calm but sharp.
You have angered her. She will come for you. Leave this place while you can.
Chike closed his Bible gently to speak. I do not fear her. I fear only the one who can destroy both body and soul in hell. Her gaze darkened and says,
You speak like a child who has never seen a God's wrath.
Or perhaps like one who has seen a greater power. Chike said.
She stared at him for a long moment, then left without another word. 2 weeks later came the annual festival of the river, the most sacred day in Okutaifa. Drums pounded, women danced in white skirts, and men carried baskets of offerings toward Omiela. The air was thick with the smell of roasted yam and palm wine. Chike stood at the edge of the crowd watching. As the first offering touched the water, the river began to churn, the sky darkened. A wave rose higher and higher, and out of it came Ezenwa, larger, more furious than before, said to Chike,
Stranger, before your witnesses, I will crush you. Chike stepped forward.
It is written at the name of Jesus, every knee must bow, in heaven, on earth, and under the earth.
Light burst from where he stood, the serpent writhed, shrieking, until her form dissolved into mist. The river stilled, the drums stopped. The next morning, the villagers gathered in the square. Elder Ife spoke.
For generations, we feared the river. But last night, we saw, it is not the goddess who rules here, but the god Chike speaks of.
Nika stepped forward, holding her daughter.
His God saved my child. I will follow him.
One by one, others joined her. From that day, the river became just a river, beautiful, yes, but no longer feared. And the name of Jesus began to be spoken more than the name of Ezenwa. Moral lessons. 1. Fear loses its power when confronted with truth. 2. Courage in the face of evil can change an entire people. 3. Where Christ reigns, darkness must bow. Thank you for staying with the Bible Connect channel. If this story touched you, inspired you, or even made you think differently, please subscribe so you don't miss the next one. More powerful Bible and faith-based stories are coming your way.